Join us this morning, campers, Tuesday the 20th of December, as we make our drive out to Lake Balaton in Hungary. Now, news reports and weather reports are saying that the Lake Balaton is frozen for the first time in many, many years, with thousands of people ice skating across it. So I'm not sure whether we're going to walk onto it, but join us for the drive and we'll let you know what it looks like when we get there. As we make our drive to Lake Balaton in Hungary today. Minus 6 degrees now. It's minus 4 when we left home about 5 minutes ago, but weather seems to have dropped a little bit. It will be freeway driving for a lot of it, so an hour and 40 minutes should pass quite quickly. Welcome to Hungary. Not sure where Google Maps has taken us. We just put in Lake Balaton when we were leaving our apartment complex back in Slovenia and in Moravske Toplice. Not sure what we're going to see. We have heard that the lake has been frozen with, thousands of people ice skating on it on the news reports we've seen. Just crossing this train track. Balatonzemes, I think, is the name of the town that we're in. I'll put it up along the bottom of this video so that you can see where we're at as we approach our destination. I don't think it's going to let us drive out into the middle of the lake, so we'll have to find somewhere to park to have a bit of a look around. So, nothing to see, nothing to do here in Balatonzemes. Nothing seems open. We were able to stop at a place called Marina Cafe, where we saw a couple of people in there. We've attached the photo of the place. And Regina was able to tell us of 2 locations to go to. So one is away from where we're going to be heading back home in a town called Siofok, or something similar to that. Again, I'll put it up along the bottom of the video. So we're going to drive to Siofok first. And then there's another location that you did recommend, the name of which escapes me, of which we've programmed into Louise's phone. So hopefully these 2 places are a little bit more lively. Google Maps, thanks for nothing, got us here, but didn't get us to what we needed. So we'll just head on down the road. It is very, very cold here and the roads are very icy. So we'll slowly make our way to the town of Siofok. Hopefully have a look at the lake, which we could see the lake, and yes, it is frozen pretty solid. As we're driving through these little towns here still near Balatonzemes, my Hungarian is horrible. It just really does seem to be a deserted coast town. Yes, this is seasonal, the restaurants and the bars and everything down here, but it just really seems to surprise me how quiet it is.
Although, what's the temperature?
And temperature outside is minus 5.
So that's probably why it looks
as cold and as deserted as it does. But join us and we'll continue our journey and hopefully find somewhere to go, somewhere to eat, somewhere to get a drink. Looking for Lake Balaton here in Hungary. Finally, the Vuks have made it to Lake Balaton here in the town of Siofok. Car parked in a random spot. Not sure what the parking restrictions are, but let's have a look what it's like. Walking through the Lake Siofok, walking through the Lake Balaton. I've got Siofok on the brain. This icy ground here is quite slippery. And the lake, yes, it does look frozen. I can see a couple walking out there a fair way out. Do we risk it, Louise?
I think we'll go a little bit.
Hey, we're going to go a little bit out on the lake. Originally, Louise was, no, I'm not going onto it. And again, the slippery ground is taking its toll. We're going nice and slowly, or I was going nice and slowly. Here at Lake Balaton in Hungary, in the town of Siofok. Might ask this gentleman how you pronounce that town. Ladies and gentlemen, Lake Balaton, frozen rock solid by the looks of it. And as we look to our left, you can see a lot of people. Can't really zoom in on it, but there's a few hundred people out there, would you say, Louise? Ice skating out on the lake?
I'm not sure.
Out there, all the little black dots.
No. Go, you go first.
Yeah, of course, I'm going to go first. Join me on this little adventure. I might leave the camera with Louise. I've got the microphone on, so you'll be able to hear me.
Yeah.
Just in case I do go in, which is a big chance. I'm not sure why I'm doing this. I'm not the most agile person in the world. This shit is slippery as. Here we are, a big chance to go arse over here. It is a little bit slippery, it's not as bad as what you think. But here I am walking on Lake Balaton. What feels like the end of the world. Looking out, it's just come down. It's just white as far as the eye can see. It's frozen as far as the eye can see. It's actually quite spooky, quite scary. Louise is not coming down to me, so I'll come to her to get the camera. And I'll bring you back out with me and her, hopefully. So join us again in a second as I make my way back to bring Louise down to me. Come down, Louise. So the camera's still running, so if she goes down, I may have to let go of the camera, but we'll definitely try to avoid that. Louise's shoes are actually a lot better equipped than mine, thanks to UGG in Australia. Mine being Timberland boots. As we slip and slide our way here onto Lake Balaton. This is nuts. This is nuts. We're walking on a lake. Even the shallow bits of the lake, but yeah, we're walking on a lake. Take my hand as we walk out onto Lake Balaton. As you can see, white in every direction. To our left, and we probably will drive up there and stop again a little bit further to where all those people are. Oh, there's some sort of big cut through it here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. I'll come right down, but it seems to run a long way. I don't know whether it's a crack in the ice or... As those who've been watching our videos, you know I ain't that David Attenborough, so any advice I give, be it animal or nature related, is purely on instinct. Lake Balaton. And they look like they're frozen to like little balls that we're walking on, don't they?
Yeah. Wow.
It is crazy.
It's crazy.
It was a surreal experience, wasn't it, Louise? What's your opinion?
I got a little bit worried.
Yes, looking through the ice, you can actually see that there is a lake beneath you. We couldn't see any fish or anything, obviously, but you can tell there's water underneath there. So yeah, we'll move on. Hopefully we'll get a cup of coffee too, because it is cold. And there is a little bit, so I'm not sure whether it's snowing or snow blowing off the trees.
No,
but
I think it's coming off the tree. Yeah.
We'll just keep moving. So we've worked out that by walking on this a little bit more powdery snow, you're going to slip a little bit less than this harder stuff. So that's the trick, walking on the powdery stuff. No one wants to see Just Love Travel and Dining on their ass. There's a bit of smoke coming out from the place here, so we're going to see if we can find a cup of coffee. Join us. It's cold. Closed for the season. Like a lot of places around here, this joint, Hotel Europa, is closed. We've just moved a little bit further along Siofok towards where we saw the people skating out on the lake. We parked the car and we're just looking for somewhere warm. A couple of things: bathroom and coffee break required. It's been a long drive, sort of about 2 hours from since we left home in Moravske Toplice. I'm glad we've located this place. I'm glad we've had a quick look at the lake, but we'll duck back out for another look. Let's see if one of these places up here are open. Just enjoying a cup of long black Americano, just across from Lake Balaton, here at Marla Garden Bar at the Marla Garden Hotel. Cup of coffee down as we leave Marla Gardens and head out to Lake Balaton. Susanna here has given us a recommendation for a place to stop at on the way back to Slovenia this afternoon for some traditional Hungarian food. So shout out to Susanna here at the Marla Garden Hotel. Let's see what Lake Balaton is like here as the cold starts to set in again. A lot of snow here, as you can see by how high it's piled up against the tree. I can hear the council workers. Oh, they would be council workers, wouldn't they, Louise? Shoveling the
I would say so.
snow out of the gutters. As Mala Garden Hotel Superior. If you are in Siofok, highly recommend grabbing a cup of coffee here. The food did look good, but
And
once
it
again,
did. I saw someone have the nasi goreng and it looked really nice.
we can get the traditional Thai food, Indonesian food back in Australia. So we're going to try and stick with some Hungarian food. And the recommendation she gave us, which we'll show you as soon as we get there, is traditionally Hungarian. So looking forward to it. Now, Siofok is known as the capital of Lake Balaton. Lake Balaton, Central Europe's largest body of water, known as the Hungarian Sea. Generally, it's known for the summer activities with water skiing and sailing, a popular activity at the seaside area. 77 kilometres long and about 600 square kilometres of water space. But today, no water sports, no sandy beaches. We've got the Ferris wheel across here, but looking out, it is frozen solid. First time it's been frozen solid in 9 years. 2017 was the last time the lake actually froze solid all the way through. So it's been 9 years since it's frozen solid as it is. And again, as you can see, people are a fair way out in the middle of that lake. Wow, the things we do for you viewers out there in YouTube land here at Just Love Travel and Dining. This is a little bit slippery, slipperier than the last place we sort of stopped at.
You can see through to the water here. That scares me.
These little light or darker spots where the water may be not frozen through as solid, but people are coming through pretty hard. They're now carrying ice skates and skating on this vast body of frozen water. As we get further out, I will turn the camera around and show you what this seaside resort town does look like. And it is quite pretty. The hotel that we stopped at for our cup of coffee, see some beach boxes further along there, so there's obviously some sort of beach resort type setup near the Ferris wheel, and back around to these hotels. There's the Mala Garden there directly in front of us, right there, which is where we did have our coffee, looking out across Lake Balaton, and another big resort hotel there. We'll just wander out a little bit further. Not sure how far we'll go, but people are coming through, families, kids skiing or sledding, people with their ice skates coming on and off the lake. So there's a fair way that they can go. My Timberland and Louise's duck boots from UGG duck boots at DFO, Essendon DFO, and my UGG boots from DFO in Las Vegas South Premium Outlets. But yeah, here we are. Just a bit of a plug to those guys. Not that we get anything for it, but just let you know where their shoes are from. Serving their purpose. As we walk out onto Lake Balaton, I'll just spin the camera around so you can see we've trudged the fairway in. There's people coming out with ice skates. Sorry, there is people coming out with ice skates, and this surface here is not ice skatable. It's pretty chopped up, just how it's frozen. But the gentleman, but the gentleman that I just spoke to earlier, and I'll bring the camera down low so you can have a look at seeing what it looks like. Hopefully that shows you a little bit of this surface that we're walking on. He's saying that it does become a little bit smoother the further out you go. He assures us it's perfectly safe. I've never walked on a frozen lake, one.
And it does also mention someone mentioned that you can't hire skates at this park, but you can bring your own.
Yes. Hire or bring your own, and we do actually own ice skates for some weird reason. I can't ice skate though. I think they belong to the kids, but I can't ice skate. So as I nearly go down, we're getting onto that smoother ice that he was talking about. We'll go a little bit further. We're not going to go too far. I think we'll just go out past where this lady's standing here we're looking for some powdery snow to walk on, which will make life easy. You can see us slowing down. This is quite an adventure. I dare say once in my lifetime. I'm 57, 58 this year. So I'm 57, 58 this year. I've never in my time on this earth walked on something like this. As even the lady in her ice skates goes down, losing her skate. She'll recover, she'll be right. Lake Balaton here in Siofok. Again, I'm going to keep getting that bloody name wrong. Siofok. And yes, we are a fair way out now into the Lake Balaton as the ice skaters move towards us. And the shore is a fair distance away. Would you agree, Louise?
Yeah.
We've probably walked maybe 100, 200 metres, would you say? It's just, once again, just surreal. Okay, so we'll stop about here. It is quite smooth the rest of the way. And yes, we have travel insurance. Coming back. Yes, we have travel insurance, but a broken ankle, twisted ankle, broken ankle is not on the agenda today, as I just pan around and give you one last look at Lake Balaton. It is quite surreal. We'll head back in, guys. Hope you enjoyed our walk. Hopefully we don't neither of us go down. We'll stick to the powdery snow as we make our way back in, which seems to be the better surface to walk on, just giving it a little bit more grip, as you can see here. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. And next stop, our car, warmth again, and that little Hungarian restaurant on our way back. Enjoy. It's these little bits of grass in the lake that make me worry. As you can see, there's heaps of them there.
Why?
I don't know, because I reckon that'd be the, would they be soft spots or not? Anyway, just heading back to the car. My hand is freezing, that's why the camera keeps zipping around. And I've put my glove back on. I had my glove off for a few seconds to do a little bit of phone footage for Instagram. Freezing.
Ooh.
Enjoy the show. Ankle still intact. We've nearly made it back. I don't know how that dog hasn't frozen out on the lake.
And it's sitting.
And it's sitting. Okay, not my choice of not my choice of I don't know, my choice of what? Well, I wouldn't sit on the ice. If you had a choice, you got 4 paws. Anyway, this has been our day at Lake Balaton here in the seaside town of Siofok. Still safe. Enjoy. All right, we nearly had a mishap. Camera's still okay. That icy pathway there nearly had its way with me. All's well that ends well. As we duck back to the car, feeling starting to return to my left hand, that one there. As we pass by the Mandara Cafe and Lounge, which is part of that hotel that we were at previously, which is called the Marla Garden. Correct, Louise? Enjoy the show, folks. A lot of snow. Heading back to the car and heading on to our next stop on our adventure today. Okay, we are now heading off to our next destination, which is called Piroska Csárda, which is a 7-minute drive, 4.4 kilometers. Just letting our fingers defrost just a little bit before we drive off to our next destination for hopefully a really nice Hungarian lunch. Louise, how are you feeling?
It was cold. It was so cold.
What was your summation of walking out on the lake?
Look, it was something that we've never had done before.
Yep.
Are you going to do that again?
I don't know. What does the next 57 years hold in store for me? It was really fun. It was a little bit surreal, a little bit spooky. Always felt like you're at the end of the world being out there with people ice skating around past you on a huge lake here in the town of Siofok, Hungary.
Where we had coffee was really nice.
That was a
Nice
beautiful
to
place.
warm up, and then the lady Suzanne, the waitress,
We
giving us
gave
the
some really good directions.
station on where to go for Hungarian lunch, which is where we're off now.
Now, we're keen to head off, and that's why I'm talking and driving as we do this. We're 7 minutes away. We want to have some lunch. We want to get back at a reasonable time. It's 2:30 now. It's like a 2-hour drive back. So hopefully we'll be home sometime. When I say home, back in Moravske Toplice sometime around 5 p.m. this evening before it gets too dark. Because it is quite difficult to drive on the roads at all, and even harder to drive in the dark weather with these snowy, icy conditions. Thanks, guys. Next stop, Piroska Csárda. Okay, campers, after that brief 7-minute drive, we've made it to our next destination, Piroska Csárda és Fogadó. Looking forward to some good Hungarian food. We'll let you know what it's like. It looks a bit abandoned. Maybe this next section. We'll let you know what it's like. Okay, campers, here we are at Piroska Csárda, just outside Siofok in Hungary. We've ordered a beer, Hungarian local beer, I believe. There was some confusion. That is the red wine, the dry red wine that Louise ordered. We've ordered a Hungarian goulash, and we believe a breaded pork loin chop with spicy wedges. Some bread there to go with the goulash, and the gentleman assures me that this here is traditional Hungarian paprika.
Hot, he said hot.
Hot paprika, so we will be letting you know how that goes as well. Our meals have finally arrived thanks to our help from our friendly waiter Robbie, or Robert. His English, Slovenian, Hungarian and German that we spoke has helped us get through. I will first show you the goulash, Louise. The Hungarian goulash, beef goulash with the bread. Panning back to our beers, and my God, have a look at that schnitzel. Photo and video does not do it justice. That is simply huge. Thank God we just went for one small Hungarian goulash soup and this shared schnitzel, which is bigger than your average plate. Where to start? As we leave the Piroska Csárda today, hopefully the photos do it justice. That was a really, really good feed. Highly recommend this place. If you're out Lake Balaton way here in Hungary, Piroska Csárda és Fogadó. Definitely the place to go. You better come hungry though. Really good food. Enjoy.
Wow, what a surreal experience walking on a frozen lake in the Hungarian seaside resort town of Siofok. Yes, it was cold, but boy did Hungary impress us today, and that meal was nothing short of sensational. Stay tuned for next week's episode, when after another rest day we return to explore more of Lake Balaton, the frozen Hungarian sea. But this time from the other side in Keszthely, yet another seaside resort town transformed into a winter wonderland. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment, but importantly as always, we genuinely hope that you enjoyed the show.